Are you tired of feeling like you are boring in conversations? Have you ever felt the hot burn of embarrassment in your cheeks as you realize that you are the reason the conversation is supremely boring? If so, you are not alone. Many people struggle with feeling like they are not interested enough to hold someone's attention in a conversation. However, there are always techniques and ways to improve your conversational skills and never be boring again. If you are interested on how to make a conversation interesting and engaging, this video is made for you. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Bring interesting topics. When just getting to know people, there are some topics that apply to anyone's life, and you can safely talk about them without pretty much any adult. Topics like career and business, health and fitness, real estate, vacation and travel, holidays. Because these topics apply to everyone, it's easy for them to be engaged, interested, and participate in it. Once the person you are talking with is engaged, expand the topics, and it's better to do it early in the conversation. By doing so, you instantly make the conversation more interesting and engaging, and make everyone unconsciously realize that we can talk about everything here. Okay, that's cool. Keep the conversation focused on the other person. People like talking about themselves. When you focus the conversation on the other person and give them the opportunity to open up, you may be surprised at just how much they decided to share. And the more you talk, the more they connected they will feel to you. This doesn't mean you should stay quiet the whole time. This would have the opposite effect and make the conversation stale. Instead, drop in the conversation with small anecdotes of your own that are built of what the other person is talking about. Ask probing questions to encourage them to go deeper into certain topics. This will not only make them feel valued, but also give you more material to work with in the conversation. Remember that you are in control of the conversation here. You know where you want it to ultimately lead, so make sure to subtly nudge it in the right direction as they keep talking. But also remember to be genuinely interested and curious about what they have to say. Number 3. Find common points and connection. This may sound simple, but it's often easy to overlook this during conversations, especially if they are moving fast. Of course, there will be points of common interest that naturally appear during the conversation. When they do, take the opportunity to connect over them, talk about that, dig in deep, explore what they don't like about it, relay some of your least favorite things as well, laugh a little about both of your experiences. You have just found common ground that's brought you two closer together, and when the conversation comes to an end, you become much more connected. Number 4. Focus on the conversation. You can ask the best questions in the world, talk confidently, and draw someone into a conversation. But if you don't actually pay attention to what they are saying, you will fall flat on your surface. Remember, you want to be genuine and authentic in your conversations. How can you do that if you don't pay attention? There is nothing worse than zooming out and realizing the other person has stopped talking and is staring at you, waiting for a response. If you are in sales, this could tank a deal faster than you can say, "I'm sorry," and your sale metrics will tank right along with that deal. Draw your focus into the conversation and actively listen to what the other person is saying. But how to actively listen? By actively listening, you stay in the conversation with the other person. Here are some techniques. Number 1. Pay attention to what the other person is saying and respond thoughtfully to show that you are engaged in the conversation. This will also help you understand their perspective and build a deeper connection. Number 2. Withhold judgment. Keep an open mind and avoid interrupting or passing judgment prematurely, and allow the speaker to express their thoughts without frequent interruptions. Reflect and clarify. Repeat or paraphrase what the speaker has said to ensure understanding, and this makes them more interested in talking to you. Maintain eye contact. Show that you are engaged and attentive by making eye contact with the speaker. Remember, you listen to understand, not just to respond. Number 5. Don't talk about yourself too much. People who talk about themselves are the most boring types. You probably know the types we are talking about. They do nothing just to talk about themselves and their own problems all the whole conversation. So don't you do it. The best way to learn how to not be boring in a conversation is to pay attention to how they respond when you are talking. Are they looking all around? Or worse, are they staring into their phones? Talk about yourself so they know who you are, what you enjoy, and anything else that you think may be of interest. But unless they prod on and want to know more about the same subject, keep it short. If they don't ask you to elaborate, just switch over to a new topic. Number 6. Always animate your speech. There is more to your story than the words you use. Body language is a fundamental part of our communication. Always pay attention to your hand gestures. Hand gestures convey emotions and amplify that emotion in the person you are talking with. So use your hands. Use gestures to illustrate your points and emphasize important information. Maintain consistent eye contact. Focus on the person speaking by maintaining consistent eye contact. This shows that you are genuinely interested in what they have to say and helps build trust. Nod occasionally. Nodding occasionally shows understanding and encourages the speakers to continue the conversation. Maintain a relaxed and open posture. Avoid crossing your arms or legs and face the person directly to show that you are open and receptive. By using these body language techniques into your conversations, you can create a more engaging and enjoyable experience for both yourself and the other person. If this is something you struggle with, your best choice is to overdo it. Practice at home in front of a mirror and literally try to picture every word that comes from your mouth. Number 7. Bring interesting stories. People love stories that are relatable, entertaining, and others can chime in with similar tales. If you have noticed that your friends or colleagues particularly enjoy one of your stories, keep the anecdote on hand for the future. Telling a crazy family story is always a winner. Number 8. Smile often. Optimistic and happy people are perceived as fun and dynamic. There is a reason why we are always drawn to more happier individuals than those who always seem to rain on your parade. No matter how simple it is, always find a reason to smile. When you see someone who's just smiling at seemingly nothing, you think they have something entertaining going on in their mind and they're just enjoying life. It makes you wonder about them and be curious about their thoughts. It's just a bonus if your smile also happens to be adorable. In learning how to not be boring, smile often. Number 9. Be confident. Believe in yourself and your ability to engage in conversation, which help you feel more comfortable and interesting. Confidence is attractive and will make others more likely want to talk to you. Number 10. Keep learning new ways to make a conversation interesting. Whether you are a natural talker or if you are a quiet individual, the best thing you can do to ensure conversations stay interesting is practice. Head out into the real world and talk with people. Try ask new questions to your friend and work on your active listening skills. The more you practice having conversations, the better you will become at engaging others and avoiding boredom. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and start conversation with new people. The more you do it, the easier it will become. In conclusion, being interested in a conversation is not about being the most knowledgeable or entertaining person in the room. It's about showing genuine interest in the other person, sharing personal stories, and being confident in yourself. By following these steps, you can become a more engaging and interesting conversationalist, leading to better relationships and more fulfilling interactions. Hey, you reached the end of the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this one. See you